AI has made a huge leap in the past few years, and this is just the beginning. With tools like ChatGPT and Midjourney, many have seen the power of AI. AI tools are now at the center of our lives. According to a recent study, it is said that these tools can replace 300 million jobs. Trends change every 6-7 years, and now the new trend is AI. You definitely need to learn AI tools to follow this trend. Yeah, AI will eliminate some jobs, but many more new job opportunities will emerge. For example, prompt engineering is already trending. Prompt engineers ensure AI tools work best using the right inputs. Many people have seen the power of AI with ChatGPT, but they still don't quite know what to do with this tool. This video will walk you through how to use ChatGPT with 8 different scenarios. Get ready, because the AI train moves fast, and it's the most exciting time to meet this game changer. First of all, let's take a brief look at what ChatGPT is. ChatGPT is actually a chatbot. It is a powerful tool that can help you with tasks such as composing emails, essays, and code. Maybe ChatGPT will be your best friend in the future. This model was originally developed based on the GPT 3.5 model, and is specially trained for chatting. With the release of GPT-4, ChatGPT started using this model. While this dialogue robot used to only accept text input, it now accepts visual inputs as well. For example, when you draw a website model and give it to ChatGPT, this model gives you the necessary codes to build it for the site. This is amazing, right? What you can do with ChatGPT is only limited by your imagination. But you need to learn how to use this tool. This video will show you how to use ChatGPT in daily life with different scenarios. You can use ChatGPT for free. But if you pay $20 a month, you can use this chatbot faster and based on GPT-4. Good, we briefly reviewed what ChatGPT is. Now, let's look at the usage scenarios. New books come out every day in areas such as finance, motivation, and programming, right? Let's be real, we don't have time to read most of these books. This is where ChatGPT comes into play. To show this, let's ask ChatGPT to summarize the Animal Farm book by George Orwell. Just say, "Hey ChatGPT, summarize Animal Farm by George Orwell." As you can see, ChatGPT is writing us a summary of the book. Of course, it's better to read the whole book. But if you don't have the time, this is one way to get an idea of the book. Thus, by looking at this summary, you can decide whether to spend time on the book. This is nice, right? Okay, we've seen how ChatGPT summarizes a book. Let's move on to how to find the best products using ChatGPT. We always want to find the best quality products and read the best books. We often read reviews and watch videos to find the best ones. But this process is very tiring and takes a lot of time, right? Don't worry, ChatGPT helps you find the best products. Let's say you want to specialize in data science. You want to find the best books for this. Just ask this to ChatGPT. "Hey ChatGPT, recommend 5 best books on data science." As you can see, ChatGPT started recommending books within seconds. It is writing not only the names of the books, but also the features of the books. It's great, right? In this way, you can get holiday, movie, and computer recommendations from ChatGPT. Okay, we saw how to get recommendations to find the best product using ChatGPT. Let's go ahead and see how to use ChatGPT for marketing. We all have expertise in different areas. For example, I like to deal with data science, AI, and programming. But we can't be experts in every field, can we? For example, let's consider a web developer. This person may well be an expert in web development and design. On the one hand, he or she needs to advertise himself to get a job, or should pay agencies for advertising. The good news is that ChatGPT can be your lifesaver to avoid spending money. This model is definitely a game changer for making money. For example, you want to create a Facebook ad. "Hey ChatGPT, create a Facebook ad for the best web development agency." Bam! As you can see, it first wrote the title, and then gave us the necessary texts. This is amazing. You no longer need to search for an agency for an advertisement. ChatGPT did this for you in seconds. I have good news. ChatGPT is not just limited to advertising. From email campaigns to social media posts, you can have this model do all your marketing content. So you can save both time and money. Let's go ahead and see how to use this tool for content creation. Creating content has become one of the most important skills today. By creating content, you can both improve yourself and create a wide network. It's important to find interesting titles for your content. When you make a YouTube video or write a blog post, you should find a catchy title. To do this, you can use Chat GPT. Let's say, you want to create an AI-supported education platform. You want to find an interesting title for this startup idea. You can use Chat GPT for this. Hey Chat GPT, I want to build an AI-powered education platform. Suggest 10 catchy names for this startup idea. As you can see, it started to write 10 names. You can use one of these names for your startup. Awesome. If you want, you can also create catchy titles for your blog post, or for your YouTube channel in this way. Okay, we've seen how to use ChatGPT to create content. Now let's look at how to use this model to learn real-life stories. I love reading real-life stories for inspiration. But let's be real, reading long life stories can be daunting at times. This is where ChatGPT comes into play. This tool is pretty talented when you want to see a summary of the real stories. For example, you want to learn about the life of Steve Jobs for inspiration. You can get help from ChatGPT for this. Let's ask, hey ChatGPT, tell me the true story of Steve Jobs, the Apple founder, to motivate me. The life story of Steve Jobs is an inspiration to many. He founded a company at the age of 19, and developed the first Apple computer with Steve Wozniak. He is then fired from the company he founded. At this point, many thought your career was over. However, Jobs founded another computer company called Next, and bought an animation studio called Pixar. The acquisition of Pixar by Disney was a huge success for him. After these successes, he returned to Apple as the CEO, which he founded, and was fired. And provided the development of innovative products such as the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. This is great. This way, you can learn about the life stories of successful people like Bill Gates. Okay, in this section, we looked at how to use ChatGPT for personal development. Let's go ahead and take a look at how ChatGPT simplifies complex matters. We often encountered complex, difficult to understand problems. Sometimes understanding these issues is a big challenge. It would be great if someone could explain complex concepts by simplifying them, right? I have great news for you. ChatGPT simplifies everything for you. Whether you're a programmer, marketer, or just a curious student, ChatGPT makes the most complex topics easy for you to understand. For example, let's ask ChatGPT to explain quantum computing to us simply. Hey ChatGPT, explain quantum computing, like I'm 5. Bam! As you can see, he simplified a complex subject like quantum computing. He gave simple examples while explaining. You can get an idea of this complex subject by reading this text. Whether you want to learn the latest complex technological topics, or grasp complex academic terms, ChatGPT is at your service. Ask this tool to simplify difficult topics, sit back and just read the magic words. Okay, you've seen how ChatGPT makes complex topics understandable. Let's go ahead and discuss how to use ChatGPT to improve your writing skills. Do you feel embarrassed or uncomfortable about your English skills? Don't worry, many people feel the same way. Unless you live in a native English-speaking country, it will be difficult for you to learn grammar rules and everyday expressions. But, fear not, ChatGPT will help you improve your language skills in seconds. For example, you want to improve yourself in writing. First, write down what you want to say in your own way. Then let ChatGPT correct the mistake and improve the spelling. Let's say, you want to receive payment from a company. You simply wrote a sentence. You want to translate this sentence into a more formal language. You can ask ChatGPT to do this job. Let's show this. Hey ChatGPT, rewrite this sentence more formally. I want to receive payment. Can you send the invoice? As you can see, it wrote this sentence in a more formal way in seconds. Awesome. You can also use ChatGPT for things like correcting grammar, making the text more fluent, or translating. Okay, you've seen how to use this tool for language. Let's finally take a look at how to use ChatGPT to get a job. It's hard to show your potential in interviews. You want to show off your knowledge and skills, but at the same time, HR tries to give you the lowest possible salary. You can ask ChatGPT for the best tips and tricks to succeed in interviews. Let's demonstrate this with an example. Let's say, hey ChatGPT, act as an interviewer and ask me 10 difficult questions as a data scientist. As you can see, ChatGPT started writing the questions. By studying these questions, you can answer questions asked in the interview like an expert. But wait, that's not all. ChatGPT also helps you negotiate a better salary. Let's say, hey ChatGPT, How do I respond if the interviewer asks me for a salary? As you can see, ChatGPT has started to explain the points you need to pay attention to when answering about salary. Interviews are essentially a tactical struggle. If you use these tips, you can get what you want. Using these tips, you can get a salary from your employer that matches your potential. Okay, you've seen how to use ChatGPT for job interviews. ChatGPT helps a lot in your daily life and saves you time. Note that AI tools are our assistants, not our competitors, for now. In this video, you covered 8 different usage scenarios of ChatGPT. You can use this tool for coding, creating a resume, writing a screenplay, and even designing. For more information about ChatGPT, you can watch ChatGPT tutorials on our channel, and learn how to code with ChatGPT. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and like the video. We also create content on our other social media accounts. We will be happy if you follow us. See you in the next videos. Bye for now.